Yes, Viserva. Hmm? It's still a bit early to be awake, Is there something you need? No, I haven't seen him. I'd have thought he'd be in your room, but I take it that's not the case. I'm sure everything is fine. He must have run off somewhere. You know how he is. It's still early. Give it time. Dion knows what he's doing, or at least knows how to navigate the consequences of his actions. Where have you been hiding this strength? Telling you would do no good. It wouldn't change anything. Let go. I mean this wholeheartedly. You're better off not knowing. The truth can be freeing, yes, but in instances such as this, that freedom comes with a price. Don't make deals when you aren't aware of what's at stake, little human. What if I told you he'd specifically asked me to keep you in the dark? Do your wishes outweigh his? Would you ask that I betray his trust for the sake of sating your curiosity? Or can you accept that he's doing what he believes is best for everyone? You're not being rational. I understand you're upset. I'm not too happy with him at the moment myself. But you need to trust that this is for your own safety. And that he has your best interest in mind. Fine. But you realize you can't take this back, and that knowing will do nothing to change what's been done. He's gone. You returned to our home reality last night. Dion has a role to fill. He knows this, has always known this. He couldn't run from it anymore, so he left to face it head on, as he should have done from the beginning, before dragging others down with him. I wish you hadn't left all this to me. I understand this is upsetting. Right, but I'm sorry. I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie. Not about this. You've gone quiet. Is that good or bad. I. That. What has he been telling you about contracts? That isn't. That's not how it works, Viserva. Gods around us, I thought the two of you were joking all this time, or that you were at least intentionally playing dumb. You're telling me you genuinely. Not only did you have a fully established contract, your lack of tether to him also suggests that it's been fulfilled. I don't know what lies he's been feeding you, but from what I can tell, your contract's been fulfilled for quite some time. You didn't necessarily need to be aware of what you were requesting when you summoned him. He knew, and that's all that was needed. For what it's worth, I believe he genuinely wanted to stay with you. I mean, he had nothing binding him here, and out of everywhere he could have chosen to hide, he stayed here, with you. I imagine that counts for something. What do you want me to say? That this is bigger than him, than you, than any of us? That he's decided to atone for his selfish nature by making a selfish decision? He's gone. He's not coming back. I've been through this before, Viserva, and trust me when I say that you're better off filing away your time together as a pleasant memory, and nothing more. He did, though. He may not have said goodbye in as many words, but the original plan was for him to return the other night, after his day of activities, after we returned from the beach. In his words, he wanted to say goodbye to every part of you that day. It was his love letter to you, to all of humanity. Apparently, he couldn't bring himself to leave that night. I was surprised to see him still here the next morning, considering the importance of his return home. It's not my place to tell you the specifics of why. You look like you could use a glass of water. Are you disappointed that I'm here and Dion is not? He asked me to stay behind, not as an order. Gods know he could never order me around, but as a favor. He couldn't keep running. People were going to get hurt if he stayed in hiding. People he wanted to keep safe. So he decided to face the inevitable. Do you understand now? He does. It's that sort of love that drives people to make sacrifices, to take on burdens for the sake of those they love, even if that love will inevitably lead to their own downfall. I'm sorry, it's nothing. He'll be fine. He's resourceful, and it's difficult to get rid of him. Like the rock serpents back home, once they make it into your walls, you'll be hearing them forever. Isn't Dion always in trouble? Why do you ask? I had a feeling you'd been listening in lately, and Dion's voice does travel. It's always been impossible to keep him quiet. I shouldn't tell you anymore. Shouldn't have told you anything. You were enough of a target already. Do you want the truth, even if it's unpleasant? You may regret asking. Oftentimes it's better to not know these things. His family is not kind. They are ruthless and vindictive. They've never hesitated to cut someone down for their own gain. His older brother is even more so. He's always been cruel and starved for power, always aiming higher, culling those that might stand in his way or making an enemy of them is ill-advised. And with recent events, Dion's brother is now Sarthan, our monarch. Dion hasn't spoken to anyone in his family in a long time. I can count the number of conversations Dion's had with his brother on one hand, and none of them were pleasant. He doesn't even like to think of them, so I can see why he wouldn't freely speak of them to you. The nature of his brother's ascent to the throne means that there is a great deal of instability at the moment. Many enemies. He needs to earn his brother's favor, needs to cooperate, not so much for his own safety, but rather to answer your question, yes, he's probably in trouble. But when is he not? He'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Maybe not today, or tomorrow. Maybe not even a year from now. You can't predict these sort of things. Too many variables. But the world moves on, with or without us. That he is. Hopefully Steva knocks some wisdom through that thick skull of his over there. Before he left, he told me that this was his gift to me. That he was letting me finally wash my hair of him. I tried telling him that it's either wash my hands of him or he'll be out of my hair, but he wouldn't listen. Damn it, Viserva. Don't move. There's no time to explain, but you need to remain as still and silent as possible. Keep your eyes closed. Stay here in the shadows. They're right outside, but I don't think you'll be visible from this angle. Hush. Do not speak. I'm going to scare them off. Stay put. Do you understand? Not going to. Cover your face. Vish, Drochagorat, Talun, Viserva Velador, Ashekormeon, Hest, Mejroaknata, Sortum. Stop, Viserva Sekun. Them. Veten. Varkjes brukes ook ver. Do you understand me now? It's only a temporary tether, enough for you to understand most of what I say. Human languages are difficult to speak when my body is not subdued by a foreign world. Be careful. I have no idea what teleporting did to you. You'll likely feel weak for some time. I'm sorry. I had no choice but to take you from there. They found us, so nowhere in your world would be truly safe. I shouldn't have, but I had to act quickly, or you would. We're in my home world, the Inferno Dominion. I can keep you safer